Up and running on YouTube. Let me do the gram. All right, I'm up and running on the gram YouTube. Peace to the gods, peace to the gods. What's going on? Y'all are now listening to the Jonah Bay Show. I hope everyone's doing awesome today, wonderful, magnificent, and great. I know I am. How was y'all's weekends? Without further ado, I guess let me put this in the chat. I want to go over something I thought was interesting. Soon as I had told my son about it, next day he gets on the Forex market to go and trade. He couldn't even trade. Interesting. He couldn't even trade. They shut down the two organizations he was trading with. So that is real interesting. All right, I'm gonna play this commercial real quick and then we're gonna get into it. So here we go.
Are you dealing with a legal situation? Are you being stopped and questioned by police for no reason? Got you feeling like the deck is stacked against you? You can get everything you need to protect yourself, your rights, and your property at JONAHBay.com. You can learn how to remove that so-called judge from your case with the writ of Penendus and the Cices webinar and template. Get that so-called judge out of here. You can learn how to save your money so you can make money with the Discharge Webinar DVD right here at JONAHBay.com. While you're there, you definitely need to pick up the injunction webinar and template. Don't believe me? Check this out.
Peace to the gods. You're now listening to the sounds of Hindsight Radio.
I want to share a story regarding the injunction. I did the injunction, and I was stopped by the police. I didn't realize it. So he said ticket, and so he went to his car and ran my plate, and I literally mean he almost ran back to my car with my license and said, "Have a nice day," and sent me on my way.
What happened to the ticket, though? Where's my damn
no ticket. He sent me. He told me to have a nice day and send me on my way. So the injunction does work.
Go visit JONAHBay.com.
At JONAHBay.com, you can choose from a wide selection of webinars, seminars, templates, certified documents to get you ready. He can teach you how to go ahead and get out of debt. And not only get out of debt, but to be self-sufficient where you don't need to go ahead and utilize the system. You are the system.
JONAHBay.com.
All right, so I put the link into the chat. Y'all pull up the chat so y'all can check it out. And let's get into it. It says there will be a liquidity and credit crisis as banks' online payment systems are about to suffer a huge outage in the upcoming days. There will be a liquidity and credit crisis as the bank's online payment systems are about to suffer a huge outage in Europe and the United States. There are already talks of liquidity and credit crises happening in inner circles. This is big. Saturday, banks and online payment systems will suffer an outage in Europe and the United States, spreading worldwide. Talks of liquidity and credit crises happening will spread rapidly. Sunday, customers will try to get their money from the banks and will be turned away. Talks of banks runs on Twitter and Facebook will be promptly banned. Late Sunday night, Eurozone banks will suffer liquidity issues and fail of critical margin levels. Monday, liquidity crisis contagion will spread to the United States. Financial instruments, much like those used by archgos, will blow up across the entire financial sector. Bank of America, JP Morgan, and Goldman Sachs are rumored to be insolvent along with others. The super rich will attempt to pull their money out the banks only to be denied. Stock market will drop 20% and is closed for the day. Tether and other stablecoins will fail, causing cryptocurrencies to crash as they become liquid. Short midterms is the cryptocurrencies will be worthless. Tuesday, Eurozone. Total meltdown. Banks deposits are bailed, and most people will lose their money. Social protests erupt. U.S. stock market will drop another 20% before being halted for the day again. Hedge funds will collapse, and the banks are stuck with meme stocks, shorts, which will be revealed to be in the trillions. Banks fail critical margin levels, and the DTCC will be forced to cover the shorts. The DTCC insurance policy will fail as the issuers never had money to begin with, and the Federal Reserve is stuck with the bag. Wednesday, stock market will drop another 20% before getting stopped. Some subprime finally hits the housing prices crash by 50% and more. Meme stock and silver gold commodity trading is frozen and halted, but this will only make the problem worse. Dollar insolvency is over international news, and silver and gold skyrocketed. U.S. bonds will be dumped, sending interest rates into the stratosphere. Mainstream media will now blare the Great Depression 2.0, and the collapse is here. Thursday, U.S. government will begin to collapse and pressure of the current administration to resign. Stock market will drop even more for a total of 85 to 96%. Damn. Since the crash on Monday, grocery stores will now be empty and supply chains completely break down. Rumors of a coup against the U.S. government will begin to pick up in social media and gain public approval. Massive protests against the government, Wall Street, and the banks will erupt. Police will be deployed in an attempt to brutally suppress the protests, but they will be unsuccessful. Friday, voter fraud data is going to be dumped on the internet, and this will add fuel to the fire. Reveals stolen elections going back 40 years. Government figures will go into hiding. Meme stock and silver commodity shorts issue reaches international media, and heads of the state will demand answers from the U.S. because they are too exposed through the weird financial instruments. BRICS will pick up steam to replace the dollar, and now. Dollar is declared non grata in many countries in the world, with legislating fast track to convert dollar-dominated debt to other fiat to prevent total credit freeze. So, like I said, my son, he was like, yo, send me what you was talking about. Send me that article. I sent it to him. He like, yo, Dad, I couldn't trade on Forex. Real interesting. Now, they said when the Queen died, right, that they did a recall of all the credit that was issued by the Vatican and the Queen. So they're saying that this is supposed to cause all of this to happen. Not to mention, y'all know, y'all took all those loans, got all that money from the government, signed y'all's name, and y'all social down for the last 2 years with that whole pandemic, right? So they got plans on it hitting the fan. This is going to be a crazy situation that none of us have seen before. Our ancestors have in the 1920s when they did the bank freeze. What I just read to you describes what the banking freeze is going to be like. So my question is, are y'all ready? I know y'all old timers that have been listening to me for some years. Y'all are ready. The newbies, are y'all ready for this? if you're not ready, this is very scary. You know, do you got generators and all that? They talking about a blackout. They claim that it's going to be a sunspot, and before the sunspot hits the planet, they got to turn off all the power grids so that EPMD field don't hit it, and all electricity won't be able to be turned back on. They would have to restructure and rebuild the whole thing. So their plans is to turn it off before it hits. So boom, once it hits, they can turn it back on shortly after, right? So let's talk about this, man. What y'all think is going on? What's your views on this? Let me go to the call lines and let's discuss it. All right. I'm going to 616-723. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace, Jonah.
What's up?
I'm thankful and grateful that large sums of money, health, wealth, and hopefully freedom continues to flow to me quickly and easily. And I wish the same for you, your family, and the listening audience.
Ashe. Thanks for the blessing.
I believe that if there will be banks a run on the bank, it will be because of what the media is perpetuating. That will help to cause that. Also, you mentioned that the Vatican is, pretty much called in their money.
They supposedly already did.
I believe were over the bank.
They supposedly
so
already
calling
did.
Their money.
Yeah. It's time for them to pay their creditors. So let's see what happens.
And those of us that have established our trust and removed our straw man from their
y'all are considered creditors.
Will be considered the creditor.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to that.
But even
also,
people that don't have the trust, you got a bunch of people who authenticated the birth certificate. They are considered creditors.
Yeah.
They just didn't lay a claim on it, but they are considered creditors.
Absolutely. So, it's time for the old system to fall away. This is supposed to be the Jubilee year.
Exactly.
And, the end of one age, the Piscean age, and the beginning of the Aquarian age.
Yep.
So those things, that system no longer serves us. So we'll have to come up with a better way, a better system.
Well, also with that sunspot.
The masses.
Also with that sunspot, they're talking about that sunspot is going to kill a bunch of non-melanated people.
I've heard about that. And a lot of the people that are vaccinated and a lot of the entities that are in Antarctica that were from other planets that cannot survive this.
Yes.
They've placed themselves in stasis, but
they're heading underground.
Over and they will survive.
They're heading underground. If you've seen that movie, it was maybe 20 years ago. The movie's called The Time Machine. They showed you how modern white people went up under the ground and were stealing the melanated people from the surface for their blood to eat. They looked like vampires and all that. And by Dr. York called them the Fugalords. The Fugalords. So they saying that's the history. That's gonna be, you know what I mean? What's gonna go down? They're gonna go into their shelters to hide from the sun. But see, the problem with that is the radiation. Even Dr. York had taught that radiation affected them, even though they were down there, because radiation, certain frequencies of light, goes through the planet. That's right. So it's still going to affect them and start killing them, even if they're in the undergrounds, right? So according to Revelations, it said that the Son of Righteousness is going to come and cleanse the earth and kill all the wicked people, right? Now, when they put the S-O-N, it wasn't S-O-N, it was S-U-N. And
That's
then
right.
the second
That's
son,
right.
which they call Nibiru, right? Oh man, it's gonna be hot with that second son. Now, what y'all gonna do is absorb it. Melanated people is gonna absorb it and become Supermen. So let's say even if some of those people do survive, they ain't gonna be able to interact with us with all these damn superpowers. No. They had a show that was on TV a few years ago called Heroes. Heroes. And in that show, it was an eclipse. After the eclipse, like crazy amount of people had superpowers. Of course, in the show, they showed white people having these superpowers. But y'all know good and damn well, white people cannot absorb ultraviolet lights and stuff like that. They got the picture of Superman. Superman absorbs all those gamma rays, ultraviolet, all that, and that's how he's so strong. You know, they're not the people who do that. The Incredible Hulk absorbs all types of gamma rays and all that, all the higher frequencies. He's super strong. He's green. That was a representation of Osiris. You see what I'm saying? So, y'all know who's the original people. Y'all know who's the people that is supposed to receive this energy. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. I don't think the timetable is correct, though. I don't think the timetable is correct. But I know it's going to happen soon.
Yes, that's right. I believe that too. And, you know, I don't fear any of it. We just have to learn to come together to, you know, take care of each other and not allow the elites and the natural, you know, events that are scheduled to occur, you know, just
This
have
been
us
happening.
feeling as though we're hopeless and helpless.
Yeah, this been happening. It's called the cycle.
Yeah.
We're going back into the sun cycle. Now, do you know our ancestors left maps of all the flooding? It's funny because the flooding that's going on in the news all around the world corresponds with the map that the ancestors left. That was part of the reason why we did a great exodus to like Georgia, to Atlanta, a bunch of black people. Georgia is not going underwater. There's a lot of places that are like Florida, Louisiana. You know what I mean? And these people have been trying to stop
Even Las Vegas.
Oh, yes.
Vegas is flooding.
Oh, well, here's the thing. What's crazy is it's flooding, but at the same time, they're out of water. So the water is going places that they didn't want it to go. The dam is not working anymore. The water's rerouting. It's crazy.
Yes.
And all this was prophesized, and they knew it was going to happen.
That's right. Very interesting times we're living in right now.
Yes, sir. I don't know. I'm sitting back. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun.
I am too. I am. I'm amazed. I'm still in awe at all of it. So
right.
Yeah.
All right. So you have any questions before I move on to the next caller?
Thank you.
All right, peace. All right, I'm going to 254-338. What's your views on it?
Man, it's obvious. I mean, everywhere you turn, they trying to find ways to keep us from shining. I mean, obviously, it's due. You know, the sun, like you mentioned, the sun of righteousness coming with healing in his wings.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's sitting at the top of the caduceus staff, right? You got the sun at the top of the serpent with the wings outstretched, and that's the intellectual prowess. You know what I mean? It's like in the street culture, they gave us a concept of a sun, but it was in a hexagram. And that hexagram had wings, and that wing represented a vision, and that concept is actually spread across the globe, and it's like growth and development. But then it's also more science. Then it's also Judeo.
It's in every religion. Concept. It's in every religion around the planet.
Every system.
The Indians call it the Kali Luka.
So it goes back to that Zodiac, you know.
Yeah, the Indians call it the Kali Luka. She coming and she's the destroyer.
Right.
Now, that's going to be the last person that's going to survive on the planet with us. The last person is going to be the so-called Indians. But even then, boy, by the time that third sun starts showing, they ain't going to be able to survive. Even though they're highly melanated.
Okay. And then, I mean, it's almost in a sense like a prophecy that goes back to the sons. It says the son of righteousness will return, but the sons of the hearts of the sons have to return to the hearts of the fathers.
Exactly.
So that prophecy of actually carrying on the lineage by way of the legacy. And the only way you can carry on a legacy is by will and testament. And so as you lay down, you know, throughout the story, it's our will and our testament. So it's our spoken word. Our word becomes flesh, and then we become the true and living El Yahuwah. So El Yahuwah personifies in the physical form from inside out. As he said, learn to turn yourself inside out to become one of the building blocks for a better life.
Now, when this light hits us,
the Ansar.
Yeah, when this light hits us, it's no way. See, what's going to kill a lot of the people is the decalcified, you know, pine coal. Y'all call it the third eye, the pineal gland. See, because the race is going to come that's going to force the pineal gland to open up and start working properly. For those who can't go through that, they're going to have strokes. They're going to die.
Okay. So
it's going to be serious.
In connection to a gland.
Yo, now you know,
how do we
people don't even talk about the barotheric gland. The only one who ever dropped that information was Dr. York, for sure. For sure. And what's crazy is I have went back into my studies of all the scrolls that I have, just reading, yo. And man, I can see so much more than when I studied it years ago. Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, the barotheric gland, boy, that's an oldie but goodie right there.
Hey. Say what?
That's an oldie and goodie right there. And a lot of people don't know that barotheric gland worked in conjunction with your tonsils. So the people who got their tonsils removed might be in trouble too.
Well, you're chopping up, so I'm not catching everything you're saying, but I can see that you're playing good on the Instagram.
But yeah, they saying that I'm chopping up.
Something real quick
Hey, Shell, can you go downstairs and get my power cord? My battery's about to turn off. I only got 4 minutes, please. It's in my room. All right, now what was you saying?
Yeah. All right, Jonah, it's chopping up, but appreciate it. We'll talk to you
all
later.
Right, peace, God.
Oh, I mean,
you know good and damn well they was gonna mess with this feed on what I was talking about. I mean, they don't want y'all to know about the system going down, the banks and all that. They don't want you to know what's going on with the sons. That's why they were working so hard to try to put, you know, that stuff in the air to try to block out the sun. You know what I mean? This is what it's gonna be. But if it's not shown properly on Blog Talk, go to YouTube, go to Instagram. It should be playing well there. All right, I'm going to 314-814. Peace to the God.
Peace to the motherfucking God.
Peace, God.
So fucking bad. coming in with the boat having to get the water.
What's supposedly happening when those rays hit us, your energy is going to be so high from all the different frequencies of light. It's going to feed your body anyway. So what's going to happen is us not having food and all of that is going to allow our bodies to purify.
To reset. Yeah,
yes.
You're right.
So
this is what all this shit they talk about, civil unrest, civil unrest, like people going crazy and shit. Like, I feel like all this shit's gonna happen in stages and waves.
It is, because it's planned.
Clean up itself.
It's planned. See, it's like the sister said, the first sister that was on the line. She said that it's gonna be the news that orchestrates it and get people to go out. And even if there is no people out there, kind of like when they were they ran up to what was it, Congress? Went into the White House and all that.
When they ran up in the White House.
Yeah, all of that was staged by their actors. Regular people wasn't there doing that. So the media is gonna stage it. Just like the bombings and all that.
Jonah, I gotta deal with you in private, because I got some shit. We gotta build a private. I need a consultation privately, bro. I got some shit to tell your ass, man.
Shit. Well, make it happen. Maybe we'll go on what's the name of that shit? Patreon and film it. Only the members are hearing.
All right, so what the fuck is that? Please, let that be the question I have. Patreon, how do I get in? Like, I remember when it was being set up at first. This was like months ago, maybe like 7 months ago, 8 months ago, even like up to a year.
It's up and running. It's up and running. But let me tell y'all what's crazy. Do y'all know these people ain't paid me my money yet? They have not paid me a dime yet. I'm going to have to do a lawsuit against these people. They're collecting it. It's mounting up. I'm like, yo, where's my money?
So what is that? Is that like supposed to be a more private
venue
for us to speak on?
Because it's a member. Remember what I taught y'all about membership in the Constitution.
Membership.
If it's a private membership, we could say and do whatever. It's not open to the public. Whereas when I'm doing it here, you see what they're doing, cutting me up, watching, trying to control what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to get the details on that, but yeah, man, I need to holler at you in the private. Shit, for real, because this shit crazy, man. My reality is crazy right now.
Let's make it happen. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. Peace, God.
Indeed, God. Peace.
All right, I'm going to 917-796. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the gods.
Peace.
How's it going, Jonah?
Everything doing good? Wonderful, magnificent, and great. Everything's wonderful. What's good?
All right.
What you think about this subject we talking about tonight? Obviously, the powers that be think this is a good subject, the way they cutting up my show.
Well, yeah, you know what? The crazy part was I got on the line to ask you about Monday's show when you talked about the Queen Elizabeth and how they're bringing all the debts, to like consolidate and stuff. And I want to ask you a question: how does it work for us Moors who basically have the trust and stuff and everything else?
You didn't hear it? You heard it tonight. I told you, y'all are considered creditors. They're gonna have to pay the creditors.
Right. I see.
Right.
So my question,
the bankruptcy is finally over. If they cut the game off, it's time to pay people. Now, don't get it twisted. They'll say they owe you money. Take years for you to collect anything.
Right. They'll have the lost and found, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. You know how they do. Remember that commercial of that dude that used to have on a green suit with question marks all over it? And you buy his book and you could see how you could collect your money. that they owed you, just had it in some trust sitting there accruing interest, they're gonna do some shit like that.
Right. And it's up to us to claim it.
Yes. They ain't gonna come find you and give it to you. They ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the year Jubilee, so
Yeah, it's supposed to happen. They messed with the time scale so much, right? That we don't know exactly what time it is, but here's the thing. The solar system is telling us what time it is. What do I mean? The sun, Nibiru, all of that. You know what I mean? It's telling us what time it is. The actual stars will reveal. Now, they also got those aerosols up in the sky, so you can't see what's going on in the universe, so you can see how the all of that is moving. They're hiding a lot of stuff from us.
Yeah, I mean, they're hiding the stuff in the sky because I don't know if I get up in the morning and stuff, and I see the sun first thing in the morning. That sucker is huge. I've never seen a sun so big.
Mm-hmm. But that was what makes me wonder. They got a lot of psyops going on. They got the flat earthers telling you that the sun is in the atmosphere, the stars is in the atmospheres, all of that, and showing you the moon landings and all that's fake, all of that, right? And they're confusing a lot of people. They're so confusing a lot of people.
A lot of people say that we live in a flat Earth.
Yeah.
When our ancestors have left all the information that we need,
But
I don't understand why people
you gotta understand. You got people that listen to this program and been listening for mad years that believe that the Earth is flat, even though they showing you some maps that this cracker then reformed and says it's an old map. But I showed motherfuckers the Ica stone maps and showed them what the Earth looked like. Ancient, left by our ancient ancestors before there was anybody on the planet but melanated people, right? And they still believe that crap.
I know, and the new thing is like this new thing of Tartarian. I mean,
Tartarian was nothing but the Moorish Empire, and then they try to make it seem like it's white people. White people weren't around. White people have to inject themselves into everyone's history.
Right. I mean, and they play on words because the Tartarian dynasty is the barbarian dynasty.
Exactly.
They play on words.
Just like they like, oh, the Tartarians went around the planet and they taught everyone and civilized everyone. I'm like, oh, so on the low, what they're really trying to tell you is what? The Tartarians or the Moors went around and educated everyone. Now, it did not start in Asia. It didn't start in Asia. It started here. We got the information from the Anunnakis, the gods, and then we went and spread it around the planet, as we were told.
Right.
It was called the priesthood of Anu.
And there's so many old books that explain that. I don't understand how people don't.
Well, if they don't know about them books, I remember it was a time, right, in my early years on the radio, I said, I know I'm a Moor, but I don't call myself a Moor because I don't have proof. I don't have proof, right? Then, now, all you hear is we Moors, because why? I got all the proof now. I didn't have proof. So I don't blame them for feeling that the earth is flat. If they don't have the proof, they don't have the knowledge of anything otherwise. All they know is they don't trust the government, and that's enough to make them consider it. Consider that the earth is flat. That right there. And I think that's better. As long as you ain't trusting these people, I'm with that.
Right.
You know, now,
even
they have taken fiber out of our diets. Out of all food, damn near is no fiber. Fiber is what makes all your body function correctly. Fiber will get rid of sugar, diabetes, high blood pressure, and all that. They're getting us sick as hell. Fiber is the stuff that's in the fruits and vegetables. So if you look at your food and the ingredients and how much carbohydrates and all that, you're going to find out sugars in it. My wife was trying to buy me dragon fruit with some other fruit mixture in, the clear little plastic container that they put the fruit in with the holes so you can rinse it off and all that. She read the ingredients and guess what? They put sugar on the fruit.
Yeah.
You have to read these labels. They fucking you. You want pasta? Yo, you gotta buy pasta with 3 ingredients. Maybe the flour, which is from a plant, a little oil and water. That's all it takes to make dough. And dough is, pasta. Yo, we gotta start reading that because, like I said, you have too many impurities. Those frequencies from these suns is gonna burn you alive. You're gonna feel sick. And it's eventually gonna kill you. And that's what's the purpose of giving people the shot, the jab. The jab was to mess your whole system up. So they trying to take y'all with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Even when you was talking about you said that all the forefathers were all melanated.
Yeah.
And a lot of us took it and we ran with it. And we found so many information that it's not even funny.
Dog, all the Aboriginal people on the planet look like y'all. I'm talking about straight up kinky hair, your skin complexion, and most of the Aboriginal people's looks like y'all. Look like American.
Even George Washington.
Yeah,
they
took that dude. He was a mulatto. He was a mulatto. He was on the real nigger side of mulatto, right? Yeah. We talking about he was not like Drake, half and half, right? And they whitewashed him. I told y'all years ago, 2014. Yo, George Washington, the word Washington come from Washita. Washita is a tribe, and they were all melanated. Ain't no white people. Y'all still don't know no white people name with the last name Washington. It don't exist. So all of a sudden, the only white boy with the name Washington, where's his descendants? Where are they? Where's the white people named Washington? They don't exist. But goddamn, is that a common name for melanated people? Moors?
Oh yeah.
Black? Mad common. So the truth be right in front of you, and they be hiding it. And for all the melanated recessive people, I'm not trying to diss y'all. I'm just giving y'all straight history. Straight history. Because some people came before other people. Anything else you want to add on, my brother? We only got 5 minutes. I want to get one more call in.
That's it, man. That's all.
All right, peace. All right, I'm going to 407-668. Peace to the God. Peace.
Peace to the God, Jonah, babe.
What's up, God?
Peace to the God. You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Everything is wonderful, magnificent, and great, man. I just want to say the topic was great. I didn't really have much to say. I'm tuning in.
All right.
I want to say thank you for what you're doing, God.
All right, thank you, brother. Peace.
Peace.
All right, I'm going to 424-281. Peace to the God. Peace.
Yeah. Peace to the God.
What up, God?
Shit, great. Wonderful, magnificent, and great.
Ashe. So shit's supposed to be hitting the fan soon. What you think about that? I think that boy, what's his name, was too late to try to block out the sun. But think about it. How you gonna do anything to totally block out the sun?
Yeah, that's like impossible.
Yeah, Bill Gates and them.
Virtually impossible.
What they're trying to do is get more time. They're trying to extend their time. You know, they said they only had 1,000 years. That 1,000 is almost it. We talking about 1,000 years from them being in caves to them finally ruling in the last 200 years.
Right. Exactly. Fact.
And I believe the SUN, the Son of Righteousness, is getting rid of even melanated people because all the people who aren't right has to be purged too. A lot of people are melanated, but they really are other people in the inside. You know, your brother ain't always your brother.
All right. That's right. Exactly. That's true. Not always.
Yeah.
Yeah. They chopping this. They were chopping you up, man. It was crazy.
I know. It is. See, this is why I had to do Patreon. This is why eventually we're gonna switch straight to Patreon because they won't allow me to really talk to y'all. You know what I mean? They really won't allow me. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, just you talking and it's vibrating. I mean, I can hear you twice.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
But yeah, it seems like you know they talk about blocking. You know, it's going to be dark. That sounds like a purge right there. Straight
It
up.
is a purge.
And then a lot of people are going to get killed.
Yes,
that's right. A lot of people are going to. Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure I survive it. You know, for breakfast, all I'm eating is nothing but fruit and vegetables for breakfast. I'm making sure I Googled and started looking at all the foods with the most fiber in it. Y'all gotta put that back into your diets. I don't care if you gotta buy Metamucil, which is a fiber supplement. Y'all gotta put it back in your diet. Y'all gotta start eating those vegetables and fruits.
Yeah, and the main thing we're gonna have to do, we have to go back to our ancestral roots.
Yeah,
and that's going back to being farmers.
Man, for sure.
Shit.
For sure. And I drink like a gallon of water every day.
Oh yeah, I do that most definitely. But now that's what we need. That's something we need to be working on too. I know you got a lot of things in the works.
Yes.
Is getting some land so that we, you know,
when
everybody that's on the show.
When the SUN finishes its job, you're gonna have your estates back. Y'all gonna have plenty of land. Y'all already got it.
90 seconds.
A lot of shit is gonna take care of itself if you can survive after the after effects.
What? And that's what the woman is saying. She's sitting back and she's in awe. And I'm like that too. I'm like, wow, we're about to see an event that we never seen in ever in our lifetime.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
You know.
Thanks for calling in, bro. That's our time for tonight.
60 seconds.
I hope y'all enjoyed the show. I know I did. I know y'all was probably looking for a law lesson, but I had to tell y'all about the things that are going down in the background of this so-called nation. So hopefully pass it on. Thanks for tuning in. I'll talk y'all again Wednesday. Peace.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.